Dear Frank, I wanted to update you on the latest developments in my work here. As you know, the war has created many opportunities for those with the foresight to seize them. My business is thriving, thanks to the massive demand for arms and supplies. I've secured several lucrative contracts with both sides of the conflict, and I'm confident that I will continue to profit handsomely in the months and years to come. Of course, there are risks involved in this line of work. The threat of violence is always present, and I must be careful to protect myself and my interests. But I have a network of contacts throughout the region who keep me informed of any potential threats. Despite the dangers, I cannot deny the excitement that comes with this kind of work. It is a game of strategy and cunning, and I am always looking for new ways to gain an advantage over my competitors. I know that some people view my work as unethical or even immoral, but I do not concern myself with their opinions. I'm simply providing a service that is in high demand, and I'm doing it better than anyone else. In closing, I want to thank you for your continued support and partnership. Together, we will continue to thrive in this turbulent time. Sincerely, Klaus. Hey guys, Stealth here, and welcome back to episode 9 of the Great War Western Front campaign. I am up 200 points in willpower relative to the Allies. My national will is looking good, but the war is far from over. In the previous episode, you might have seen that the attack from Bar-le-Duc did not work out as well as I had hoped. The enemy put up far more of a fight than expected, and they're back for round 2. But this time, not on the position where I thought they would go, but they're once again coming for Metz. The troops from Nancy are moving up, and they got 9 regional corps. The game thinks it's going to be a major loss. I do not. Let's figure out who gets it right. Thankfully, my trenches are still intact from the previous battle. I can upgrade some of them to make sure that they are far more superior relative to what I had. The problem, however, is I only have 279 points of supply. This could be a little on the low end of the spectrum. First up, let's start accompanying the guys in and start making sure that these guys all take the trenches. Last time around I got comments on the command trench situation. Why do you not put people in the command trench? Fairly straightforward. The command trench doesn't actually fire. If this thing gets attacked, then that means that everything else has fallen. So that is the reason why I'm not actually holding the command trench itself. I'm just going to make it as difficult for them as possible to get to that command trench in the first place. Now, the amount of troops that I have relative to the amount of forces that I would like is really low. I only have 29 companies out of 30, but I only have 134 supplies left, so that's about it. As for command trenches, or comms trenches, I could do it like this. And then maybe like this, I guess, so that companies that come in can be spawned in here. And this is going to be the position from where I route troops forward. As for these things, I'm not too sure I want to connect those up, because I think it might just be really, really dangerous. As for adding a basic trench, I suppose that could work, but the risk is, if this trench gets hit by artillery, it's going to suppress everything. And if all my troops here become suppressed, then, well, it's not really going to do me a whole lot of good. I will try it, however, on one side. So this side is going to be the experiment, and this side is not going to have one, just to see what's going to happen. I have 119 supply left, which means I can call in 12 companies, and if I retreat a company, it's going to also help. But bloody hell, I got really, really few troops with which to, well, to hold off on this attack. It's going to get pretty risky. Here we go. French company running up. They've already taken the Y position, so I suspect that we're going to get hit from that side as well. Now, what I completely forgot about is that the game reserves 20% of your supply, your total supply. So what I'm actually using is, or what I'm actually getting is 306 supply. So I can call in 30 companies if so needed. That still doesn't mean this is going to be an easy fight. there is still going to be a lot of bloodshed, a lot of French and ideally Indian companies are going to get defeated, because that's the objective for now. This is not looking too good. Let's swap these around. They do like to attack over a nice wide front, making it pretty easy to defend. And what I suspect has gone on with the left flank is that the AI figured, oh, well, there's an extra trench over there, so I guess we're better off not attacking there. So in that sense, the experiment is a bit of a bust, because it means that the game simply, I don't know, kind of recognizes, hey, this is really not where we ought to be, and so they don't even try to attack there. Okay, I want you guys to help out here. I'm going to swap some of these forces around. This company is as good as dead. Let's pull them out and get a new one in. No, that's my trench, thank you very much. I don't need the French in my trench. At least these French won't be entering the trench. Get this group to move up. You guys can hold them off. So far, so good. This artillery strike is not very convenient, but they at least do it at a point where there's no enemy companies coming in. Now, the enemy companies can spawn from here. They did capture the Y position after all, so that allows them to start spawning in there. Okay, let's cycle these guys out, bring a new company in. Have these guys move up. No, no, you guys move there, you guys move over there, you fall back. Start cycling a couple of the fresh guys in, and you do get a small refund when you start cycling guys back and forth. Or rather, when you tell them to completely leave the battlefield by withdrawing. Okay. I want you to swap positions. I want the fresh company up front. I want to have... yeah, let's push this company here. Let's get the other company to go... Let's say this one here. The left flank is way too heavily defended for what it actually needs right now. Let's get these guys away. Get a new company in. And so far, we've defended for 12 minutes. The British have lost some forces, or sorry, the Allies have lost some forces, but there are, of course, plenty left. Very nicely timed artillery salvo. The guys over here are getting absolutely suppressed. And because of that, the company really gets a decent opportunity to barge in. But then the second trench wakes up, and that opportunity is wasted. Okay, this company is going to have a rough time of it. Evacuate. You reinforce there. Oh, this is pretty poor timing. At least for my retreating company, that is. I'm not even sure they made it out alive. Okay, let's get a new company in here. We're going to start cycling these guys forward. And I'm going to put a new company in this trench, so they spend as little time outside the trenches as possible. Oh, this is a pretty big wave. This is going to get pretty expensive for my troops. Come on, boys. Wake up. Start shooting. There's lots of human wave tactics being used today. Well, not just today. This trench might fall. This trench here isn't looking particularly good either. But the AI has a tendency to just charge out and waste any momentum that they had. And it looks like today is no different. Look at that. Nice try. Poorly executed. Dead. Another company down. All I have to do is wait. Wait and bring in more troops. You, cycle forward. You guys cycle here. Oh, you left. Excellent. Move up, quick. Take all the trenches back before the enemy gets back in. And as we have a bit of a lull in the fight, I'm going to take a bit of an opportunity here to start pushing more companies in. While, for the moment, moving from trench to trench seems relatively safe. There's the next wave. So artillery is likely to start coming in soon. They are also trying to capture the X position, which means that they might start pushing in from here too. That's not ideal. The British have a massive amount of supplies left, so I'm really expecting another artillery barrage to come in really soon. The real question is when, not if. All of these companies are getting suppressed. I don't even have a machine gun. But they're so condensed, this big blob, that they really don't get a lot of an opportunity to do any kind of damage. The only hope that they have is reaching the trench. But before they get there, they have lost, well, about 2/3 of their manpower. Okay, push forward. As opposed to pushing backwards, which is not ideal. So, we've pushed back their forces. They can't have any reserve. Well... It's always this optimistic line, like, yeah, no, we got this. Yeah, we might. But, you know, it's going to probably be a little busy. I do want to try and take my position back here. Scratch that. Wasn't expecting a Belgian group to be defending there. Sorry, German. No, Belgian. I'm the Germans. Good morning. Get out. Okay. So, let's bring another company in here, because I'm largely expecting not to have any of these guys come back. Come back, come back, come back. Whoa, run it. Yeah, that was a bit more firepower than I'm expecting. The next wave has just arrived. It's another company. Oh, here comes the arty. I still think it's a little overdone that the arty salvo here suppresses the guys all the way over there. But, okay, this is the game. There's a lot crashing into this trench. Come on. Start eradicating companies, or at least make them waver. That way we have a far better opportunity to hold the line. Another company in here. I really don't like the British over there. Because they can very easily threaten the supply line here. So what I need to do is have them make a mistake. Have them make a massive mistake. They're also starting to push in from the other side. Go. Get that trench back. It's time to start using this reinforcement highway a little better. Go there. Go here. Get rid of this Belgian group. I really don't want to push from trench to trench until such a point where these British are gone. It's too dangerous. Ah! Well, there you go. And they probably know because they're not alone. Now, the other side's also being pushed. I'm going to play a little bit more zoomed out. It's going to get a little iffy at the moment, I think. Let's reinforce this. Let's reinforce this. This left trench will hold. The right trench will not. I'm surprised, actually, that the British... Sorry, that the Allies... I keep calling them the British. That the Allies were able to even attack this turn. Considering how many casualties that they've taken. The amount of losses that they've had... It's been pretty staggering. And yet... they keep coming back for more. I thought that their strategic gold supplies, their gold reserves, would have been largely depleted at this point, but surprisingly they're not. So perhaps the British did get the investment done on getting additional money per turn. I don't know. I have been told in the comment section to start looking into getting additional opportunities to get intel. Because supposedly there is going to be an event sometime a little later on where getting additional intel is very, very useful. Or where having additional intel is very useful. Okay, how are we looking? Get a double company in here. Switch these around. I'm going to pull you guys away from the battle. And I'm going to put you in. I'm going to push in the company in there. And yeah, no, I'll take your ceasefire. That's fine. We held the line. I think we did pretty well. Question is, how much did it cost them? A lot. 1,800, and I only paid 540. They lost about 14,000 men, and I lost 4,000, so the trench held yet again. This little exercise that the Allies pulled did cost them more national will. So at this rate, they are not going to be doing too well. Okay, there we go. time to start investing some into the intelligence abilities. It's going to unlock regional intel, so I can see what structures and supply levels enemy companies have, as well, to the targeted allied region. So let's get that, apply. And the reason why I'm getting that is because eventually I can be getting this, and it doubles any research point award gained from completing events. It is, however, going to require 3 research points, so it's going to require army intel, reviews the number and type of military units, and then I'll be able to get that. Okay then. Last time around, the assault from Braugh did not work out. Since then, I have put in even more firepower. And right now the game thinks it's a stalemate, which I think is going to mean that I'll be able to hold the line. But let's use Braugh, as it is a pretty far forward position, to use the regional intel. Reveals all structures and supply levels of all enemy regions adjacent to the current target friendly region. So, over here, I can see that they have 6 cores in this side. They don't have any support buildings. Saint-Dizier also has 6. They got 5 over there, and Verdun only has 4. Huh. So if I were to push to Verdun, it's still going to be a stalemate. Right. They get a 30% max morale. No, thank you. I also did see somebody, I think it was on Reddit or something, where they just pushed from Braugh south. And if you go to Neufchâteau and Langres, you can cut off all of these regions. Because this, according to the map, is map edge. So if you cut them off, the French cannot maneuver here. They're just going to consider all of these regions cut off. So, oh actually, Saint-Dizier and then Chaumont would be even easier. I'm just going to have to push in here, not Saint-Menehould. Okay, we're going to Saint-Dizier. Major loss? Really? Region core unknown. They do have a -5. These guys have 1100 supplies. These guys have 1000. How do they think this is going to be a stalemate? And this is going to be a major loss? Because I didn't fight here yet. So it's not like they're going to have a ton of trenches. Whereas here, they do. Okay, let's go for Saint-Dizier and engage in the battle. I do have my siege artillery with me. And these guys are going to be most likely used. The reason why I'm saying most likely is because I was streaming the game against Brother Monroe last Wednesday, and I thought, you know, I'm not so sure that these siege bombardments and trench destruction abilities are doing me any favors. Because what it means is that you cannot capture the trench that you just destroyed. So in order to get to the next trench, your forces are going to have to cover more ground. And as they do that, their exposure to enemy fire prolongs. So it is going to be more difficult to attack. This is not an easy region to take. If you have like an L shape, you can push in from one side and then move diagonally or sideways, and you attack a trench from the side. But in this case, it's just flat out 3 forward trenches. That's it. Okay, we're going to push to B and then to command trench and then to A. It's going to probably be really expensive. Getting 3 days of siege barrage in is also going to help. And I can do that. It's going to destroy 14% of trenches or up to 19% of trenches. I believe this is going to give me some money, so let's do that. And as for the X position, let's just defend it a little bit. Because the AI does tend to push in, even when they really do not need to. So let's put like 1, 1, and 1. I'm going to put a comms trench behind that. And, well, is this... No, if they hit this with arty, I'm going to be in trouble. So let's do comm trench, and then I can add machine guns, so that I don't have to put too many people on this defense here. Let's throw in some barbed wire. Oh crap, it's too far forward. Alright, back to the drawing board. Remove the trenches. If I want to have barbed wire, it's going to be at the outermost perimeter. So, like there. Then we're going to have the Let's say a standard trench here. Improved firing trench there. Standard trench there. Another standard trench there. Comm trench here. Here, here. That's going to have the machine guns attached. So one there. Fine. One there. And I'm going to throw in 2 companies here. I will make them elite infantry, so that they're going to be able to hold on for the longest period of time. That's the defense there. Over in the middle, let's put some guys in a couple of basic firing trenches. I'm not expecting anything here. I can put German conscripts in, but they're dirt cheap anyway. Or I can just add a machine gun. How about not using a trench? How about doing something a little different today? How about a machine gun? Or 2? And a bunch of barbed wire. Like so. This means I do not have to spend any companies on this whatsoever. That might be very, very useful. It is also a definitely weaker side in my trenches, so I'm going to have to be a little careful. If this decides to fall, or maybe not decide, but it will fall, that's going to mean that we're going to be in trouble. Okay, the left flank is where all my forces are going to be and where the attack's going to launch. So, let's put a couple of trenches as far forward as possible, which is here. And then put them full of guys. Like that. I want more. No, I'm not going to go with the advanced trench. Don't care at the moment. Because ideally, I won't be here for very long. I'm just going to be pushing, pushing, pushing. Okay, next. Already firepower. And a balloon. Let's put the balloon over there. Or can I put it slightly better position, like maybe here-ish? No, that doesn't cover B very well. Okay, there you go. Heavy field already is pretty good at killing things in the open. I think we're just going to go with a ton of suppression. So a load of light batteries, which can cover most, if not all, of the front. Okay, so I now have 9 batteries. That should be sufficient. Let's make it really easy. Let's say 1, 2, and 3. Oh, you can't do that when you're presetting. Okay. The plan was to have all of these guys actually in the... What the hell? The plan was to have all of these guys in the same position. And as such, I press 1 and I'm immediately going to select every one of them. That'd be the main goal. Sadly, that's not going to work out too well. At least, not when I'm presetting. Do I need something more? Yeah, this side's feeling a little weak. So I'll just add a couple trenches to it. And make sure that it is nicely aligned here. Put some elites in there. Elites in there. Okay, I got 1185 points of supply, but we're going to get even more. The pre-battle bombardment is going to start. I don't think I need more machine guns and anything like that. I might need more balloons. So I can also spot things on the A side of things. Yeah, like over there. Alright, here we go. Okay, observation balloons up. I keep calling them weather balloons. I am destroying machine gun nests, comm trenches, basic firing trenches, comm trench destroyed. Yeah, so they have taken some damage, and it looks like some of these trenches are no longer usable. That's a great start. So now it's time to start moving. I don't know exactly whether there is another machine gun, but they probably defend the place with more than one. So it's going to be an unenviable task, but we need intel. Planes! Shit, the AI started researching planes. That means that they're likely going to come for the observation balloons. Okay. I don't have any way to counter these. And so long as I keep my balloons grounded, they won't have anything to shoot. At least that's the plan. Is this going to fire everything or just the one? 2, 3. Okay. So what I've now done is selected the artillery on the left. So I can quickly press 1, 2, 3. And I believe that the bombardment is a bit at an inopportune key. I believe it's unit ability 1. Alt 1. I'm just going to set that to T. Increase game speed. That's fine. I've never used that key anyway. So now, ideally, yeah. Okay. What I've now done, I can quickly press 1, T, and then start shooting something. This is going to be far more efficient than doing it the other way around. Okay, so we're going to go 1, T, 2, T, 3, T. And we're going to start moving up and get these trenches. The British do have some supplies. The real question is how many? And the real question is how long will they be able to hold? And how much are they going to invest on artillery? Suppress this again. Suppress this again. No thanks. Get in there. Don't get suppressed. Machine gun. There. Machine gun. Push to the right. Push to the right. Another machine gun. Suppress that machine gun. Suppress this machine gun. And just suppress everything there. Get in here. Get in here. Sorry, you can't get in there. Okay, then we're going to have to just push up. All of you, move up. I need far more firepower than I have right now. These guys, get rid of the infantry in there. This is problematic. Oh, really problematic. I need you to take down that machine gun. Thank you. Fantastic work. Get into the trench. Fire. 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 Now it's starting to feel like a war game. Now I can very quickly use my infantry and my keys and my abilities. Okay, boys. Unfortunately, the comms trench has been destroyed, so I have a bit of bad news. You're going to have to push right through. Like it or not, this is the situation that we have at hand. So we'll just have to take it and move up. You can shoot that. Salvo 1's ready. The French are moving out of their trench. You help out this. All of you guys can push in. Go on. Get in the trench, please. Please, 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 be quick. Thank you. Eliminate it. I need you to... Oh, crap. They're going to have to move across because my own artillery bombardment was instrumental in destroying the whole situation here. Oops. I was hoping we'd have destroyed that machine gun by now, but we haven't. I do want to take this position as quickly as possible because the Allies will probably try and take it back. And I need to sweep the map if I want to actually get a complete victory out of this. Get that machine gun nest destroyed. The suppression is just about to end, so you better make it quick. Thank you. Job done. Kill the last of the companies. And start pushing the rest of them this way. Let's get the observation balloons up again. These guys can leave. You guys can leave. You can push there, there. You and you can move start to move sideways. We've done this in a little under 4 minutes. A little under 5, sorry. And over here we have a couple of companies, but so far they're just holding position. They're not actively making any aggressive moves. I want to start piling my infantry here. And make sure that I have enough to actually be able to take the position. If I start attacking with 1 or 2 companies, it's going to be a bad form and it will not work. I have 27 out of 30. I want to hold off until I have this point. So then I can start pushing in additional companies directly from the side here. Okay, you are going to be position 4. You're going to be position 5. Secured an enemy control point. Excellent. Okay, we're starting to get to the edge of the operational range of one of these artillery batteries. It's not what I was hoping for, but this is why I set up all the artillery. I'm going to keep this one in reserve a little bit. Oh, that's their artillery. That's interesting. Get this. You and you. Get in there. You and you. Get in there. Keep suppressing everything here. If there's a machine gun, I don't want to hear it. I just want you to get it. Yeah, there's a lot of companies out there. Suppress it. You, get in there. You, get in there. The rest of you have just arrived. I have a bit of a difficult task. I.e. push right through the open. Go. All the British companies are suppressed. Suppress this, suppress that, suppress that. Okay, we are pushing them out. I want to take the command trench as quickly as I can to ensure that they cannot spawn anything in here. Get in, get in, get in, get in, get in. In the meanwhile, they're doing a drive-by on the enemy artillery. I like it. You guys are not done cycling yet. You are. Keep hitting them. Get the command trench. Get into this trench. You and you. Start kicking out these guys. Get another company. Okay. They're out of the command trench. So we are making progress. Get this fresh group to help out here. Suppress this. If they want to push in here, it's going to get really expensive for them. This trench is going to be pretty even. Yeah, we're capturing the command trench now. Excellent. So I can start to not have to expect any British reinforcements from this side. This company is essentially dead. For all it's worth. This is going very well. Fresh company. The other company's just arriving. You guys can also move up. Note how I'm not even defending B at this point. Or at least not actively. Because I don't feel like I need to. Oh, yes, boys. Hit them where it hurts. Right as they're spawning in. That's exactly right. We're getting some artillery. I swear that this battery is firing here. Which would mean that this battery is able to do this. It feels like the field of fire for the artillery is a bit too big. It's a bit much. More than I would expect, anyway. Leave. Next trench. Next company, get into the trench. Next company, arrive. Arrive. Yep, here comes the next wave. You guys can help out. As much as possible. Swap. Because they're definitely eager to take their command trench back. And I get that. Because it's an important spot to take. But I really don't want them here. Yeah, they're definitely doing a big counterattack here. Get this. Command trench is ours. Unfortunately, it does not mean I can spawn in here. Even though I would really like that. I'm just going to have to be a little patient and wait for my troops to come in from the flank. Get in there. They did take this back, interestingly. Hit them again. I still have 1,500 supplies. I could even start destroying more of the trenches back here, but this is what I meant. It's going to be difficult then to take the position. That's the problem. It's just going to be open ground warfare. Stay the hell away. Get in here. Get in here. The more we can move up, the better it'll be. Because they keep losing units here. You can leave. I'm not sure what got you, but I don't like it. This trench will hold. This trench will hold. And as long as they're spending a ton of infantry just trying to take this trench back, getting nailed by my artillery as they're doing it, I'm all for it. Oh, this company is done for. Get in here. Move up. Leave. Got plenty of supplies and a good deal of time, so I can use all that time to start making some additional companies join this fight. Very much healed up ones, that is. Hello. Get in. Because the Brits will shoot you. Yep, there's just throwing more men at the problem. Let me know how well that's going to go for you. These companies do need help. Oh, there's the observation balloon. I don't really see a quick way to destroy that. And as long as it's up, they will know what I'm doing. I'm going to have to pull these companies away because they will die. Yeah, right about now. Come on, make it expensive for them to even push here. Uh-oh. They are getting suppressed. Okay, I ordered everybody to go into a trench, so that's good. Trench, trench. Dead. 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 Excellent. Go for the artillery now. They push back their forces. I'm not so sure, really. Like, the fact that they're not attacking for a second doesn't necessarily mean that they are perfectly... perfectly pacified, if you will. I find that rather unlikely, really. Now, at this point, you could make the statement that perhaps destroying their artillery isn't that valuable because... Oh, don't get under that when it goes down. Destroying their artillery isn't that valuable because it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. I just need to start pushing into these trenches now. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to use the big siege artillery here on the front trench. I want the machine guns dead. This one and this one. Oh, there's too much here. Way, way, way too much here. Done. Okay, so this trench ought to get completely destroyed. There it goes. Jeez, the men are just flying around. I can also destroy this trench, although the cycle down time for this big siege artillery is a while. Once this is done and this is done, I can very... well, not very easily, but definitely easier make my way forward. So that's the objective. I'm not so sure why you guys are half dead. And you. Another challenge that I'm facing with this final attack on their last position is that they are pretty dug in. And my artillery is starting to not be so useful anymore. Like, batteries 1, 2, and 3 are outside of their ranges. Battery 4 can still be useful. Battery, so let's make that number 1. Battery 5 is now battery 2. You're battery 3 now. You're battery 4. You're battery 5. So I got 5 effective batteries. The other 3 are just not in a good range. Okay, more companies. How long is this going to take? Oh, we're halfway through. Okay, excellent. So then I can destroy potentially this one or this. Leaving them with the trench there, 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 and there. And maybe this one. So that I can have a far easier time pushing in. But this is probably going to take... a lot longer than I would like, really. Oh, fuck off. The machine gun's still here. I thought we cleared it, but guess not. Okay, keep it suppressed. Get into the back trench. You and you get into this trench. Okay, that's one machine gun down. There's another machine gun over there. Big siege arty is still cycling. Oh boy. Suppress it as much as you can. Come on, the only safety that we have is their trench. Which is not a great statement to have to make. Suppress that machine gun. And get me additional companies, because at this rate, I don't have nearly enough position or nearly enough firepower to hold here for longer than 2 minutes. Especially if these guys have decided that they don't want to enter the trench. Four and 5, suppress that machine gun. Siege arty, still cycling. Okay, I'm not even contesting the point yet, so they can still bring in additional... No, sorry, they cannot bring in additional forces. Because I am contesting the point. Okay, this just got a lot easier. Because they cannot bring in additional units. You and you. Get in there. We're going to use the big siege arty on this, which is just about done. Everybody skirmish formation, get in there. Their arty has been destroyed, the machine guns have been destroyed. We're gonna wipe out this position. Get in there, get in there, get in there. There. I don't know how much of this trench is going to get destroyed, but ooh, that was good. That isolated this trench. Oh, that was nastier than I'd expected. Yeah, that broke up this trench, so these guys are now stuck. That's excellent. Don't do that. Oh, sorry, this is also broken up. So we can't get in there anymore either. Okay, we're just gonna have to go man to man and wrap this guys up. Wrap up the fight and be done with it. I do need to get rid of these companies because I believe that they are going to be in the way. Oh shit, you're coming in from there? Yeah, that's not ideal. That's not so good. Fine, just charge the fuckers and get them out of that trench. If you can't, go in here. If you can't, go in there. They're just getting completely driven out of this area here. Good night. And that's them done. So we're going to capture A, and we got everything done. There's no Frenchies, British, allies left on the map. We got them. Good match. I like it. Surprised they're not offered a ceasefire before, because a ceasefire in their situation would have been preferential over what's happening right now. This is just not very good of an outcome for them. Great victory achieved, giving me additional supplies as well as the Perseverance medal. Kept their air morale as high as possible. They also got the efficiency medal, I'm not sure why. I was able to take out about 10,000 men and change, and I lost 5,500. So, for an attack, I think that's not too bad. Especially considering that they lost 1,800 in money and I lost 900 on the strategic map. So, our coffers have been drained a bit during that attack, but not nearly as bad as I thought it would be. And especially considering that this might be instrumental in the first phase of cutting off 5 or 6 sectors as opposed to just cutting off Verdun, it is going to be an investment, if you will, that could be very well worth it. And look at that loss of national will. Boom. Gained 700 supply, thank you very kindly. So that was the first attack on Saint-Dizier. Next time I'm going to have to hit them again. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Allies might come back to attack me. The real question is, do they have the cash? And I simply don't know. So, join me next time as we find out. I hope you guys enjoyed the attack here on Bar-le-Duc and the defense of Metz. And I'll see you soon for more episodes.